Good morning, children. All of you, very good morning, each and everyone who is watching my videos, my classes. It belongs to the foreign phrases and foreign expressions and foreign words, mainly French loan words or French borrowed words in the English language. Here, today's class is from number 110 to 120. I am ready to explain in this class 10 important foreign expressions and phrases which have been asking in many academic and competitive examinations. This class you should observe carefully and watching, and with concentration you have been listening regularly. You listen regularly, then only you get command or proficiency in this vocabulary. Abundant vocabulary is more important for each and every student. These are useful not only for isolated given in the examinations or individual, but we come across these words in the reading comprehension, reading passage. Each and every competitive exam will be without reading comprehension, there is no question paper. In the reading comprehension, we find out some of the foreign expressions. So I will explain you in detail with good pronunciation, with authentic dictionary, Cambridge, and once again all of you welcome this class. Let us start. Before going to start this class, first in this class from 110 to 120, this is the part 9. Only one part is there, that is the 10th part. All these foreign expressions have been divided into 10 parts. This is the 9th part in this class number 9 from 110 to 120. Okay, French origin expressions already we have been completed, and then today's class from these are all in the alphabetical order. First of all, you should understand that one, alphabetical order. From today's class, this is the word that is the beginning of the word. In this session, this is the first one. That means 111. The first one is foreign French origin word. What is the pronunciation of this word? That word is so many silent letters are there in foreign expressions, mainly in French origin. The word, the right pronunciation is entourage. ENTOURAGE, entourage. What is the meaning of the entourage in foreign expression? That meaning is here retinue or surroundings. Retinue or surroundings. That means a group of advisors or assistants or others accompanying an important person. For example, a MLA is arriving, along with him so many persons are also coming along with him. They are gathered there. A group of people attending or surrounding. A minister has came, a group of people attending surround him. Because he is an important person. He is a public figure, he is a public representative on behalf of particular constituency. That is the meaning of the entourage. Entourage means retinue or surrounding. A group of people attending or surrounding an important person. An informal group or a band of people. A group or band is a collective nouns who are closely associated with a famous or notorious. Notorious it is also in a bad way of illegal activities. Who is famous, notorious is opposite. A notable individual. That means it is an escort or staff, a following, accompanying one of the important famous person, a renowned person. For example, entourage means, for example, the defense minister, home minister was accompanied by entourage. That is the example of the sentence, for example. That means accompanied by entourage means accompanied by many people, a group of people attending or surrounding to him. It is the meaning of the entourage, a group of people. For example, the leader of the class. For example, the headmaster has arrived with entourage. That means along with him a group of people, a gathering has came along with our head of the institute or principal or the manager or the correspondent or the owner. Each and every one important person who is came along with a group of people, a group of persons. They are following, they are accompanies. This is called entourage. That is the meaning of the this foreign expression. I hope you are clear about that word, and we move on to next foreign expression. That is, what is the foreign expression here? I should first read down, and after underline, you don't confuse which one is I have been explaining you. Please find out. This word is entente cordial. Entente. Here the word pronounced S is a silent, E is a silent. Entente cordial. The pronunciation is entente cordial. Entente cordial means, what is the meaning of the entente cordial? Here the meaning is there. Cordial understanding, especially between two states. Between two states. Here understanding, not understanding, not isolated words are different words. Cordial understanding, especially between two states. That is more important. Cordial understanding. Cordial understanding. That means entente cordial. Entente cordial means cordial understanding. Entente means a friendly understanding or informal alliance. Alliance between a cordial understanding, especially between two states, two countries. In that occasion, we have to use entente cordial. An informal alliance between states or factions. There are two groups. That means a friendly agreement. Alliance means agreement. Understanding means agreement or relationship between two countries. That is entente cordial. Cordial, entente cordial means a friendly understanding between the political powers, between the political parties. That means compromise. They compromise. They have mutual understanding. They settled a mutual understanding. And entente cordial means between the two countries, they arranged entente cordial means the two countries. For example, France and India, or China and India has been arranged entente cordial. That means a friendly understanding, friendly alliance, cordial powers, understanding, cordial compromise. That is the entente cordial. That is the meaning of the cordial understanding, heartfully understanding. That, and then we move on to next one. That is the in this session, that is third one. Third French origin expression. The pronunciation is en famille. Double L E is a silent letter. So we should not pronounce L L E. En famille. It is a easy one, easy to understand. It is a informal. With in one's family. With one's family. En famille means en famille. En famille. The pronunciation is in possessive en famille. En famille. Pronunciation en famille. That means with one's family or a family or at home, informally, casual way, they have been spending at home. I am spending more time the whole day and night in the home on family. We will have dinner. Entente family. That means we have taking food with our family members. I am living with entente family. That means I am living with my family. I have been spending with on family, with on family means I have been spending with on family, with my family the whole day due to the corona effect. We are in the house with the family. I have been spending with on family. That means with my family the whole day due to the COVID-19 effect. We should not go out. It is not good for our health. That means we went to picnic. For example, we went to picnic on family. That means we went to picnic with my family. We went to picture. We went to film on family with my family. We went to function. Yesterday we went to one of important function on family. That means we went with my family. That is the explanation of the on family. And then this is the most important French origin expression. It is have been asked many competitive examination. It is very important. Please remember that one. It may be in the passages also. We come across in the passages. We find out what is the French origin expression. How do we read down correctly, accurately? This one is faux pas. Faux pas. How do you pronounce? Faux pas. Here faux pas means X is a silent, S is the psi is a silent letter. Faux pas. Faux pas means a false step. False step means an embarrassing or sicker, tactless act. One of the act. One of the deed. Faux pas means a false step, A manner, a false manner, a false behavior, a lifestyle without social norms. A lifestyle without social norms. That is faux pas. Faux pas. Faux pas means false step, a remark in a social situation, sometime of a social mistake that is a more social blunder or a error in etiquette. Do you know the meaning of etiquette? Etiquette. Etiquette means we should not follow etiquette. We should do false, a blunder, error. In which field? In etiquette. Etiquette means Etiqutte. This spelling is Etiqutte. The pronunciation is etiquette. Etiquette means rules about what is polite and correct behavior. What is polite and correct behavior? That is etiquette. We should social blunder error in the etiquette. That is a faux pas. Correct behavior and social and polite. It is our behavior must be polite wherever we go. But faux pas means false step. That means we have done a social error, social blunder. It disturbs the etiquette and it is a misstep. Others leave you alone. Why? Because he was left alone. That means he made a faux pas. He made a faux pas. Faux pas means he has done a social blunder. He made an embarrassing faux pas. Embarrassing means awkwardness, shame. That type of meaning is there. Faux pas. Faux pas means. And then we go to the next foreign expression. That is a very easy one to understand. All of you should carefully listen. This one is a simple word, simple expression, and it is impasse. What is the meaning of impasse? Impasse means deadlock. Deadlock. What is the meaning of deadlock? What is meant by deadlock? What is the definition of the deadlock? A situation in which no progress, there is no development, there is no improvement. Impossible, especially in which, why it is not improvement or progress? Because of disagreement or deadlock. They did not convince. We are not able to convince them. A situation typically one involving opposing parties in which no progress can be made. There is no progress. Even though we are going to assemble them and made them to agree each other, to compromise each other, they are disagreement. They are disapproval. That situation is impasse. Impasse means a state of inaction or neutralization resulting from the oppositions of the equally powering. There are uncompromising persons or factions. Both factions are there, two factions. The factions, they are not compromised, they are uncompromising. Both are powerful, equally opposite parties. On that situations, it is waste of time to convince them, to unite them. That is deadlock. Deadlock means there is no progress. That is important. You should remember that. Here that the political process is at an impasse. It is not done. It has no progress, political process. For example, negotiations have reached an impasse. What is the meaning of negotiations have reached an impasse? Negotiations means discussions. Even though we have been doing discussions to combine two factions, there is no reached impasse means there is no progress, there is no improvement. That is the deadlock. That is the deadlock. This one is the fifth one in this session. Fifth one. The foreign expression, fifth one. And we go to the next one, that is the sixth one. And then we go to the foreign expression, sixth one. This word is important. It is also in the international political science or international relations and history and the economics also. This expression generally has been used. What does that word? That does laissez-faire. Laissez-faire. Laissez-faire means, what is the meaning of laissez-faire? Laissez-faire means leave the individual alone. Free trade policy. We leave it alone. We should not interfere interfere to them. This is important. Laissez-faire. Laissez-faire. This foreign expressions I will explain you. You don't confuse. I have been underlining that one. Laissez-faire. That means allow to do. Allow. Permit to do. Let to do. That means the policy of leaving things take their own courses without any interfering. Abstention of by the government by interfering in the working of the market. The government is not interfering. The government let them free. Policy of minimum governmental interference in the economic affairs of the individual or society. Not only in society, individual. Economic affairs, they are not, government is not interfere. That policy is called laissez-faire. International political science. It has been find out many times. That means unwilling to get involved in or we should not influence. The government is not influence other people's activities. That is more important. Leave alone. They are free trade. It is mainly in business. Trade. Business means trade, international trade. The government is not in. That situation is called laissez-faire. If the government is laissez-faire, that means what does that mean? It does not, the government does not have any laws or rules that control the buying and selling of goods and services. That government did not interfere means it does not control, it does not command, it does not restrict, it does not stop the buying and selling of goods and services. That is more important. Laissez-faire means. This is the sixth one. I have explained about that. And seventh one is very important foreign expression. Seventh one is here generally in French derived word. It is a single or in the expression. What does we read down? How? What is the correct pronunciation here? The pronunciation is Mariage convenance. Mariage convenance, not a marriage. Here the meaning is marriage. But in French derived pronunciation is Mariage de convenance. Mariage de convenance. Mariage the convenance means marriage for the sake of interest rather than love. That means we should understand marriage, not a marriage. We should delete the only singular is there. In that phrase, in French derived phrase or expression, that means what is the meaning of that one? That means marriage of convenience, not a convenience. That means marriage motivated by some reason other than love. It is arranged match, arranged marriage, not a love marriage or love match. Why it is necessary? It is helpful and assure and convince, similar to other marriages. That means similar to other marriages, the nobility, among the nobility, to maintain the system or survive, that is important. Why did marriage? To maintain the social system, social structure, to survive the society. That type of aspect we are thinking, marriage of convenience. In pronunciation, in French derived word, mariage de convenance, that is the pronunciation. Mariage de convenance. Mariage de convenance. What is the mariage de convenance? For example, one lady is there, one woman, a young woman. A young woman does not have the opportunity given to fair ladies of noble birth. He was not born in noble birth. He was not a fair. He was not fair. He was not a fair woman. He is a not beautiful woman. He pretty. He is not pretty. That means to make a suitable marriage convenience, there is no suitable husband. That type of aspect we are thinking. This is the context. That means marriage for the sake of interest rather than love. It is not only depend with love. Love is one aspect. It is a one criteria. It includes so many things. Marriage system, marriage, getting the marriage. We got the marriage is in our society. It is a suitable marriage. It is a maintain the social systems to survive in the society. It is important to the society for the citizen, as a citizen of any country, for the human being. That is most important, this word. And then we go to the next easy and simple French origin word. How do we study? This is the 8th one. I have explained 7 French origin expressions in detail. You should easily understand that one. This word is, how do you study? Mon ami. Mon ami means my friend. Mon ami means friend. Simply it is a friend, our colleague, our best friend, our pal, our bosom buddy in informal language. Friend means our accompanied person who is well-wisher to us. He is our friend. For a friend who is supporting in our difficulties, that one is, he is a good friend for me. That is best companion. We have a best company. Mon ami. Mon ami means, for example, my friend is there. Another one is coming there. I want to meet him. I want to introduce my friend to him. On that time, do you allow me to introduce to you my mon ami? Do you allow me? Do you permit me? Do you let me? Do you agree me? Do you permit me to introduce to you my mon ami? My mon ami means my friend. For example, I am going to have a little talk with my mon ami, with my friend. I am doing my project work with my mon ami. I am doing my project work with my mon ami, my friend, my close friend, my bosom buddy, my bosom pal. That is mon ami. That is a French derived expression, vocabulary. It is common vocabulary. It is generally all of you know matinee. Matinee means, or matinee, one syllable is silent, matinee. The correct pronunciation is matinee. Matinee. Matinee means a public entertainment held in the afternoon. A public entertainment in the daytime, not in the night time. An afternoon performance in a theatre. Nowadays, most of the public is not interested to go to the theatre. In olden days, there is a heavy rush in the cinema theatres. But nowadays, so many, they are seeing pictures in the cell phones or TVs also. That means here, dramatic or social public event or musical event held in the daytime, especially in the afternoon. Daytime from morning to evening is there, but especially in the afternoon. That is that entertainment, that dramatic or social or musical or public event which is demonstrated at the afternoon session, that is called matinee or matinee. The Sunday matinee was so crowded that even we are not able to even to buy a tickets also. For example, I have reached the cinema hall on Sunday. It is very difficult to buy a ticket even. The Sunday matinee was so crowded. A lot of public is there to compete with to buy a ticket. And even we are not able to buy a ticket. One more example I have given for clear understanding for dear students. I have reserved a ticket for today's matinee. That is more important. It is a well-known word. It is not a unknown word. It is not a difficult word. It is easily understand to you. This is the ninth word. A last word, foreign expression today in this session. After I conclude this class, I wind up this class, end of this class. Please listen very patiently. You should concentrate. The last one is, foreign expression is nom de plume. We should pronounce nom de plume. E is a silence. Nom de plume means, I have been explaining about this one. This foreign expression, French origin, French derived word. A title or assumed name. Assumed name already we have discussed in Latin term alias. Alias name means nom de plume. Both are synonyms. Alias or pseudonym or nom de plume or professional name, allo name, anani or pen name, all are synonyms. Nom de plume. an assumed name used by a writer of instead of their real name. That means a pen name. He is not interested to expose his real name. I myself also, I did not mention my name here. I am explaining the class. That is my ambition. I did not interested to say my name. Namda plume. Namda plume means an assumed name, an imaginative name used by a writer of their real name instead of their name. A false name, a pseudonym. A formal name is used by a writers, and we should not write writer's real name. And he has better to know under his namda plume. He is interested to know in the society, one of the citizen or a person, a friend, he is known under his namda plume, assumed name. In villages we have been observing so many persons. Their real name is actually their real name we should not utter. We should not name. But we are calling them namda plume. For example, the writer or author wrote a poem under the namda plume. He has been teaching English with namda plume. That means he is not to express his real name. He is expressing a false name or pseudonym or pen name. That is the meaning of the namda plume, the title or assumed name. Okay, students, in this session I have explained and discussed 10 foreign expressions, the words which came from French language in English language, they came to the English language. One more session is there, that is the last session, that is the 10th session. In the session I will explain you some more nearly 10 expressions, and then we end up this class. Nearly we should explain about 140 nearly 140 foreign expressions. Any candidate who is appearing for any competitive examinations, at least he must know at least 100 vocabulary. At least 100 vocabulary. Either synonyms regarding to vocabulary, either synonyms or antonyms or one word substitutes, verb forms. Verb form means phrasal verbs, foreign words, and then idioms and phrases. At least we have get idea, command, at least 100 vocabulary in our mind. Then only we get full marks in the vocabulary section. When we enter the examination hall, we should apply the elimination method. We have some treasure of knowledge is there. Then we have a discrimination power is there, and then we get more and more marks. Okay, thank you each and everyone. Once again, goodbye all of you.